good, everybody? It's the Cloud of a Cap Show. Super Bowl 55 is here, baby. I love it. I mean, what a season. What an NFL season. Obviously, it was kind of short-lived because of the coronavirus. You know, not max capacity fans could attend to the games. But look, we're here. The Super Bowl is here right now. And what a matchup. Patrick Mahomes, the young gun, the up-and-coming star, I believe can and will be the future of the NFL. No doubt about it. Going against the GOAT and Tom Brady. It would be ignorant to sit up here and say, you know what, Tom Brady is not the GOAT. He is the GOAT. 6-time Super Bowl champion. I mean, comebacks after comebacks. You know, we have to understand back in 2002, Tom Brady's first Super Bowl against the Rams came in that game 14-point favorites. 14-point favorites. They were not supposed to win. And Tom Brady, what does he do? He does what he does best, is come back in the clutch times, late in the fourth quarter. We have to understand this was the fourth quarter game in the Super Bowl, tied at 17 apiece. Yeah, for real. And Tom Brady goes down and gives them a chance to win. And what the rest is history. The Patriots kick a field goal, beat the Rams 20-17. Crazy. But we have to understand a lot of the experts are picking Kansas City, which it makes sense. Kansas City is the defending Super Bowl champions. Okay, they are red hot. They have the best offense in the NFL. I get that. Tampa Bay, right there with them. I would agree with that. Offensive-wise, both have high powers. We have to understand Mahomes with Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill, the fastest guy in the NFL, no doubt. One of the best receivers in the NFL, top 5, hands down. Top 5 best receivers right now. Then we have Kelce. And we have to understand if Kelce continues how he plays year in and year out, week in and week out, he will go down in the Hall of Fame, no doubt about it. And I believe he'll go down as the top 3 greatest tight ends to ever play in the NFL. Seriously, top 3 ever if Kelce continues to do what he's been doing all year, all season, year in and year out. I'm telling you what, this is possible right now. But I'm telling you what, on the other side, with the Bucs, yes, you got Antonio Brown. He will be active. We do know he had a knee injury, I believe a couple playoff games ago. He's active. He's suiting up. I mean, this is huge for the Bucs. Antonio Brown, what another piece. Chris Godwin, what another piece. He's had a heck of a playoff run. And then you got Mike Evans. Mike Evans, to me, top 5 receivers well in the NFL. No doubt about it. I mean, for all the way. You name it. Mike Evans is there, and I believe Mike Evans needs to have a big game. And the Bucs have to have a big game. Who's on the other side? And I will say, you know, a lot of the experts are saying, look, Kansas City is the better team. But, you know, I would disagree with it to some extent. We have to understand that the Buccaneers really have a nice defense. And we're kind of underestimating them. Yes, I understand they did a matchup back in week 12. Really, Kansas City put it on them. But I think it's going to be a different time. And we have to watch out for linebacker Devin White for the Bucs. If he plays a great game, ball hawk, you know, really disturbs Patrick Mahomes, puts some blitzes on, you know, comes back in coverage, maybe forces Patrick Mahomes to throw a pick. I mean, the order to beat Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs is obviously keep him off the sideline. But when Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs are on the field, it's really to get Patrick Mahomes rattled. You know, put pressure on Mahomes. Put pressure when you're not blitzing. That's the key. And I think that starts with Paul up front. And then you got Sue, Dominican Sue. I'm telling you what, dude, Pierre Paul, they can really do some problems to Patrick Mahomes. But when it comes late game, you need Patrick Mahomes to throw a pick or something like that. You know, but it makes sense why the experts are picking Kansas City. You know, Patrick Mahomes, you know, the Super Bowl MVP last year. I mean, who would have thought, you know, starting last year at the beginning of week 1, you know, who would have thought that, you know, we saw Tampa get blown out by the New Orleans Saints. And we were like, wow, you know, it's going to be a long season for Tampa. Are they even going to make the playoffs? Was some debate. And then they squeak into the playoffs. They win 3 road games. Now they are playing at home. First time ever in the Super Bowl, ever. Playing at home in your home field. I think that is a big advantage. And another advantage is Tom Brady. He's been to the 10 Super Bowls now. I mean, dude, over, like, what, 20%? Dude, crazy. You know, Tom Brady, he's been in this position before. This is just another game to Tom Brady. But on the other side, it's just like, you know, there's some young cats that haven't been to the playoffs, like, or the Super Bowl, like Mike Evans. You know, Mike Evans, 7th year in now. You know, this was his first playoff run. Seriously, Fournette. Yes, Fournette is a rookie, went to the playoffs, but not the Super Bowl. And I think Fournette is expected to have a big game as well. I think this could go either way. It really can. And I think, the momentum changes. I think that's going to be a huge, huge thing in this game. What I mean by that is who's going to fumble the ball in the red zone? Who's going to come up with the big play? Who's going to come up with the pick six? Who's going to come up with that big play? And I really think it starts on defense. I get it. These offenses are going to score. We said that when the Rams played the Patriots back in 2018, dude. We said it's going to be high scoring, and the total score was 13-3. So I guess I would agree it's not going to be that low. 56 is the over-under. If you guys are betting on the over-unders, obviously, I would go with the over here. I really would. If you're going to throw a lot of bread on this game, I would definitely go with the over 56. It just makes sense to me. Kansas City, they're putting up crazy numbers. So is Tampa. Dude, Tampa, they've been averaging at least 30 a game, dude. So to beat Kansas City, you're going to have to put up 40 points. 30, I don't even think 31's enough. I don't even think 35's enough. Now, unless Tampa Bay's defense really steps it up against Mahomes, and you have to stop Tyreek Hill. You have to. I would say double Tyreek Hill the whole game, and double Kelsey. Make one of their other receivers beat you. Make a no-name that you've never heard of beat you there. No, seriously. But Vegas and the odd makers, I'm telling you what, the sports books, about 75% of people right now are picking Kansas City Chiefs. No doubt. And I don't blame them. They're the hottest team. They've been the hottest team for the past year. They could win back-to-back championships, Super Bowls. To me, this is amazing. This is great for the NFL. This is great for football. This is great for society in general. For the big-time Super Bowl, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes. Young gun versus old school. Young goat versus the original OG GOAT. The GOAT. Tom Brady. If he really wins the seventh ring, how is that fair? On a different team, different conference. Tom Brady's used to playing the Miami Dolphins, the New York Jets in his division. Not anymore. He goes to a completely better division, in my opinion, playing the Saints, playing Atlanta Falcons, playing the Carolina Panthers. I'm telling you what, dude. This was a whole new ballpark for Tom Brady, but the greatness showed. It showed. It really did. It showed when they just got into the playoffs. When Tom Brady went to Washington, beat Washington. Went to New Orleans, beat Drew Brees, then beat Aaron Rodgers, and then beat Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. I'm telling you what, you really cannot do more as an NFL quarterback ever. And people who say Tom Brady's not the GOAT would really be ignorant to say that. Because we saw in Super Bowls like against Seattle. Yes, I get it. Pete Carroll made the worst call in NFL history. But let's not take the fact that, hey, Tom Brady was down that game. So 14-24 in the fourth quarter. And what they do, they score 2 touchdowns back-to-back. And what led them to that Super Bowl win. And then we go back to the Atlanta Falcons. They come back 28-3. Okay? And a lot of people will say, well, Tom Brady put him in that hole. Stop it. Where was the defense? Even when they lost to the Philadelphia Eagles back in 2017. Dude, Philly put up 40 on New England Patriots defense. Tom Brady put up high in the middle 30s, maybe low 30s. But it's what else does Tom Brady have to do? When you're scoring over 30 in a game, and especially in a Super Bowl, you would think that, hey, you're going to win. You know what I'm saying? But not this time. I'm telling you, this is different. This is a different beast. I get that. Kansas City, I would give the edge to the Bucs on the defensive side. Now, offensively, I got to go Kansas City strictly because they got Tyreek Hill. They have Kelsey. But then people will say, you know what, Cat, Tom Brady has Gronk. They won Super Bowls with each other. They played in many playoff games, many Super Bowls with each other. Then you got Antonio Brown, another threat. I'm telling you what, Antonio Brown, I said he could be the X factor, and a lot of people laughed at me. I think if Antonio Brown has a breakout game in the Super Bowl, I'm telling you what, Tampa can really break out the score. It could go either way, though. I'm going to tell you who I'm picking in a little bit. It's really, to me, it's a coin flip. It really is, and I really think it's a battle of who's going to have the less turnovers. Is it going to be Kansas City? Is Patrick Mahomes going to throw up a couple prayers where it's questionable? Is Tom Brady going to throw a couple picks that we saw when he played Aaron Rodgers at Lambeau Field where it was man, Tom Brady's really trying to throw the game and give it back to Aaron Rodgers, and yet their defense stepped up and played great, stopped Aaron Rodgers on arguably first and goal on the 9, and it took them, 3-4 downs, and then I don't get the coaching call with kicking a field goal there, but to me, this is great. I feel like Super Bowls in general are just like holidays. People love that. The families gather together. Everybody eats. Everybody watches the funny commercials, right? But we have to understand who's betting on these games. We have to understand sharks are betting on these games in Vegas, across the world. Right now, we have a guy named Jim, a.k.a. the Mattress Jack, excuse me. He owns a furniture store. Anyway, he's been known to throw big bets, right? Anyway, Mattress Jack, he ended up putting $3.4 million on Tampa Bay to win, dude. He put this, dude. This is crazy. One of the biggest bets yet. And he's picking it on the underdog. He's saying, look, Tom Brady, I got to put my money where my mouth is. Tom Brady, 6-time Super Bowl champion. I got to do it. I got to do it, dude. This is great, dude. $3.4 million wager, dude. And then we have another better bet, MGM in Nevada. He put $2.3 million on Tampa Bay last week, dude. Last week, dude. These guys, we have to understand, most people, at least 75% of people are picking Kansas City. But, a lot of these big bettors, these whales, these sharks, they're saying, you know what? We're going all in on Tom Brady. We're going all in on Tampa. Right here, right now, and it would make sense, It would make sense why Jim is really going all in on Tampa. They're playing at home. They didn't have to travel. They don't have to do any of these stuff. Tom Brady's watching film. Spent weeks by himself to prepare for the Super Bowl. Most times he's ever had. So, to me, I really think this is a lock-in game for the Bucs right now. They have to be laser-focused and make no mistakes. Because if you make mistakes against Kansas City, they will capitalize on that. They're the champions. That's what champions do. They capitalize on the other players' mistakes. Simple as that. So to me, that's really what it comes down to. A lot of big bets, though. I just hope for Jim, dude. I mean, a lot of people, like I said, are going Kansas City, but $3.46 million, that's just not like $1,000 bet. That's not even like a $20 bet. This is big boy money. This is big leads right now. We have to understand so much money's being thrown on this game on both sides, from Kansas City to Tampa. And it would make sense why somebody would throw $1 million on Kansas City, because they're favorite, because they have the better team overall. That's what a lot of experts are telling me. On paper, I get that. But not always the best team wins. And this brings me back to what I said earlier back in 2002 when the Rams played the Patriots, when Tom Brady went in as big-time underdogs. I want to say 13 or 14-point underdogs. And what happened? They won by a field goal. So to me, this is nothing new to Tom Brady, dude. The first iPod was invented, I think, in like 2002. That's how long ago it was. And a lot of people are like, dude, how long can Tom Brady go? He's already in he's 43 right now. He's talking about playing past 45. But yet we see a lot of old-time quarterbacks, for instance, like Drew Brees. He doesn't have that arm zip anymore. He can't throw it 50, 60 yards. But we saw Tom Brady in the playoff games. He's been throwing it deep. He's been throwing the deep ball, and I still think Tom Brady's arm is there. That's what's dangerous about Tom Brady right now in the Bucs. I mean, you guys have weapons after weapons. Same thing with Kansas City. Now, who am I going to pick? Obviously, the favorite's Kansas City. Most people are going Kansas City. But you know what? I'm picking Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And here's why. I cannot bet against Tom Brady in the crunch time. Let's rewind the clock. Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, they're 2-2 head-to-head. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes got the best of them in Week 12. But let's go back to the division game back in 2018, the game right before the Super Bowl. I mean, this was a head-to-toe game. Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady got it done in overtime, marched down the field and scored a touchdown. I mean, Tom Brady, he's been in this position before. He's seen Kansas City multiple times. So this isn't like a opponent that you don't know what's going to come. You know what's coming. Tyrone Matthew on the other side. I believe he's going to have a big game. If Kansas City's going to win this game, he's going to have to break up some passes. He's going to have to pick Tom Brady in crunch time. That's what I think that could possibly happen for Kansas City, and obviously get past pressure on Tom Brady and vice versa with Patrick Mahomes as well. You're going to have to do that. This is for all the marbles here, but I'm going with Tampa Bay. They're playing at home. To me, it just makes more sense. I just got a gut feeling here. It's hard to bet against Tom Brady, and I think Tom Brady knows what's on the line right here. I think he understands that, hey, when we get in the red zone, we're not kicking field goals. Well, this is Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We are scoring touchdowns in the red zone because we understand what happens when we kick field goals against Kansas City in the Super Bowl. We're going to lose. Look what happened to San Francisco 49ers last year. Okay, so it's a story they know, and Tom Brady understands what's at stake here. So it's all in right now. Everybody's all in. Obviously, Andy Reid, what a season. Could win back-to-back. I think he's a better coach overall. But to me, dude, I love this. Super Bowl 55 is here. A lot of people just watch it for the commercials. Obviously, a lot of people are going to watch it because of the GOAT, Tom Brady, and the young gun, Patrick Mahomes, baby. It's the Super Bowl. It's the Cloud with Cap show. Go Bugs. Let's